All right, guys. So Stephen A. Smith is crashing out on a level that I haven't seen in a very long time.
I would have immediately swung on him.
It's getting really, really bad, and I wanted to talk about it. So as a super quick recap, because most of you probably already know what's going on, Stephen A. Smith, who covers the NBA, decided to criticize LeBron's son, who also plays on the same team as LeBron. And the criticism at first was kind of valid because Bronny wasn't playing very well when he first got into the league. But then Stephen A. decided to take it another step up, which he always does because he loves drama. He loves creating drama. That's all he does, basically. And he decided to call LeBron out as a father.
I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. Stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad.
Meaning, take Bronny out. Like, this is getting sad. And LeBron responded how I think any father should respond, honestly. Like I'm not a father, but the instincts in me, I just know that if I had kids and someone called out my ability to parent my own kids, I would have been mad too. So, because it's just not something you do, right? Like, if you want to criticize someone's basketball skill, their plus minus, their assists, their points, whatever, like, that's all okay. But it was the moment that he said, as a father, like that. No, I did not like that. So LeBron confronts Stephen A. at a Laker game. I think they were playing the Knicks, and pregame LeBron walks up and basically just punks him. Like, just, LeBron's what, like 6'8", 6'9". He's just towering over Stephen A. Smith, looking down at him. And you can watch the interaction. Someone had their phone and took a video of it. And basically it's just LeBron berating Stephen A. And Stephen A. didn't say a word. He didn't do anything. I mean, he wasn't animated. He wasn't going back at LeBron. He just stood there like this the whole time. And that's when you got your tail tucked between your legs. You're scared. You've been called out. And that's this is what I hate about the modern day with all these people on social media, which basically is what Stephen A. is. He's a social media guy. He hides behind keyboards, says a lot of tough things, but as soon as he's confronted, he didn't have anything to say. He just sits back down and probably starts tweeting or texting people. And so then Stephen A. goes on a world tour, goes on every possible show he can, talking about the incidents and how it was uncalled for and how he was going everywhere, talking about it and talking about it and talking about it and just dragging it. So yesterday, LeBron goes on the Pat McAfee show, which is a massive show that Pat has. And he talked about a number of issues, or a number of things in his life. And one of the things, obviously, they had to talk about was Stephen A. And I can't really show the clip because LeBron was using such colorful language, but to paraphrase, he basically said that Stephen A. is weak and that he's going to be sitting at home with a bowl of ice cream and his tighty-whities, giddy at the prospect that LeBron is talking about him. And I completely agree. I've honestly never really been a fan of Stephen A. Smith. He is someone who is a narcissist. He loves talking about himself. He loves being on TV. He loves the spotlight. And I have heard that players do not like Stephen A. Smith in the NBA. They do not like him. They don't respect him because he's constantly using people's names inappropriately. He's constantly just trying to use people for his own gain. And so, I think he's relishing this, but he's also caught in the spotlight, and I don't really think he knows what to do. So what does Stephen A. do? He does the absolute most extreme thing imaginable. He comes out and says, I would have swung on LeBron.
That man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately.
Which is like the equivalent of two people confronting each other, and then you walk away, and as you're getting into your car and you're rolling up your window, right, you're like, yeah, you better be glad that I'm not out there. Like, What? So, you know, LeBron James is what, 6'8", 6'9", he's a little thinner now that he's a little older, but probably at least still like 220, 230. You know, he would have decimated Stephen A. Smith. And for him to say that he would have swung on LeBron is just crazy. He's continuously crashing out. And LeBron even posted something on IG today about Stephen A.'s boxing. Whenever he was shadow boxing, I think, with someone, and it was very embarrassing and it went very viral. And so I don't know. This is, at first I was thinking it was kind of like a WWE skit type thing, where they're creating these characters because the NBA's ratings have been so bad that they're trying to create drama to create views, which I'm still not convinced that isn't going on, because there's a lot of that going on in content creation. But I don't know. I'm glad, honestly, that LeBron has called this guy out, and I hope he just continues to double down, because I don't really think anyone is on Stephen A's side. I think even LeBron haters are on LeBron's side, which is crazy. So we'll see how this continues to shape up, and who knows, maybe we'll get a boxing match soon.